Close.
Yeah, so he's in...
I'll just play like battleships with New England states. You know, where is John Shakespeare? Let's talk about where you're going. Okay,
Sure.
So right now we're in mid-March. You know, this will air probably early April. What are you doing going forward? What does the rest of 2022 look like for you?
2022 is going to be about releasing content. That's probably my biggest goal, which I think it's a little bit unusual. I think given a lot of other musicians are gigging, or even amongst the COVID world, a lot of musicians are getting back into doing gigs or doing shows with full band or just focusing on songwriting. I haven't really been doing a lot of that. I think that my biggest goal is to do as much recording as I can and just put it out there into the world.
Okay.
So my plan come April, hopefully, John and I, we wanted to have our album out, our full album out. April 8th was the date we had in mind, but I don't know, given it takes a while for things to work on Spotify and Apple Music, and we need to upload it a certain way, and it needs to all get checked out before it gets released, and you need to give it a few weeks, so it might be later on in April.
Okay, so you're thinking like later April, maybe early May at the worst?
Yeah, I would say sometime in April or at the latest early May we'll have our LP out, which will have 6 of our original songs, and we're going to do a Milk Carton Kids cover.
Oh, which one?
Whisper in Her Ear.
Oh, man, all right.
Off of The Ash and Clay. That's an album we both really like.
Now, what are you naming your LP with the No Hows?
The name that we kind of went back and forth with the name, but the one I believe we've decided on is In the Evening Sky.
In the Evening Sky. Now, you have 3 singles released with John. Are those 3 going to be on this LP? Or
yes.
Is it okay, so those 3 are getting released into this LP package.
Yes, and it's funny because when we first started recording the album, we originally had a 2020 goal.
Mm-hmm.
So what we wanted to do was record a whole album for the summer of 2020 and release it in May. And John was still living in Nashville at the time, and he was living in Nashville at the time, and he was going to be moving out come like that May of 2020. But then the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. And we only had New England Ghosts, Bottle in the Rain, and Spotlight. Those are the only 3 we really had recorded. We did record another one, but we redid it a couple more times.
Which one was that?
Me and Mine.
Okay.
So we redid that. We redid that one a couple times because we wanted to make it right.
Right.
And we were playing with different ways of recording. Like we wanted it all to kind of come from the same room, but once the pandemic hit, it just made it harder to get anything done. And then, coincidentally, we both ended up moving out of Nashville.
Where's he at? Vermont? New Hampshire?
He's in Connecticut.
Close!
Yeah, so he's in...
I'll just play like battleships with New England states. You know, where is John Shakespeare?
Yeah, he's in Connecticut. He will be living in New York.
Okay.
Towards the end of 2022.
Well, there's a good Milk Carton Kids song segue right there.
Yeah, right.
You know, you can just play that one all night. So that's cool. So we got an April, May-ish release date. More on that to come. Links provided as soon as we get some. The No Hows coming out with a LP.
Yeah.
And that'll be the first LP under the No Hows. Okay, so then you'll have a total of 3 racked up.
Yes.
Which is amazing. And then, of course, coincidentally, unplanned, here we go. You and I are releasing an EP.
Which I'm really excited for.
You know, I'm excited for too, and I'm excited that you're excited, that I'm excited that you're excited. You know, to say the least. That's going to be nuts. So it's like March. Wow, is that March 15th already? Would you look at that? It is March. Hey, we're recording this today.
What do you mean today?
It is currently Tuesday, March 15th.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, currently March 15th, we're doing it.
Wow, so in like, you know, of course it's like midnight now. And so in like 8 hours, we're going to be hitting the road to Shaw Ranch Studio and...
Gonna get an album out.
Yeah, we're going to try to get that. Now, of course, we have no title.
No title at all.
You know, what are we going to release it as? Is it going to be like What, like Jake Hebert, Tommy B, or is it gonna be? What do you want to do for that?
I don't know. Well, a fun fact that people don't know about you, Tommy B, is our original band back in the day was called the Aspirating Penguins,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that might be it would be a fun thing to release it as.
We very well could.
Like, we don't have to do it that way. It could just be Jake Hebert and Tommy B,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa.